Welcome to the reading of Chapter 3 of Volume 1 of the Curious Children book series, written by me, Susan MeeLing, or Reverend Susan MeeLing, or Reverend MeeLing. Chapter 3, Please Tell Me. The adults tried to stuff their faces with multiple items of the snack food, attempting to prevent having to answer the questions and the mood. Both children sat to watch with examining eyes as they stared at the adults waiting. Together, the adults hoped the children were joking, or at worst, baiting. The adults realized they needed to help each other with other items in order to explain. The children moped when they heard the weather outside begin to rain. The woman pushed her chair outward to stand up and walk away. The man pondered how he would handle what the children next would say. Returning to the kitchen quickly, with many books in her hand, he was helping her lay them on the table. She handed several of them over to the man. "What is this? Why are you bringing dusty and large books here? What do we have to do now in order to get ourselves in gear?" Chuckling with each other, the adults belted a bellowing laugh. Nothing to square away beyond beginning to separate these books between you in half. Marshall explained with frustration, "Why do we have to read from a stupid book?" Woman said, "They are encyclopedias and dictionaries to open your minds, making information cook." The man added, electronics devices need electricity to work. The woman said, "Books are more reliable too, which is an added perk." Anyone can pay extra to make a website on the internet look nice. One can't always tell which pages are trustworthy sources versus websites only holding a gripe. Though nowadays people can self-publish their own literary pieces too, most will not create it without proper study and do. Universities and teachers prefer quotes from a decent, noble source. Many businesses want reliable information related to the course. These dusty large books are dictionaries to explain multifold. We want a comprehensive discussion between us to honestly unfold. The adults finished their reasons to bring the books out, as both of the children were beginning again to pound. Marshall queried why not only use the internet instead of preserving habit ways of the past. One adult told him because the information in the books do not need electricity to last. Serafina inquired what was the need after the definitions were read from one book. One adult told her to pick more than one encyclopedia and dictionary to reference and look, soliciting what else the children would need to complete and the why, as the two adolescents exhaled with an audible sigh. One adult explained both go through the different points to read, while the other said in addition out loud, they children would need to end the beseech. The woman added, benefiting from both the internet as well as books can be quite helpful. Using all forms of available for the best possible information can be informative, but not dull. I do not want to read out loud because sometimes I stutter. I do not want to read to be made fun of time again by persons another. I do not want to read audibly for anyone to hear me speak. I feel vulnerable. I feel minuscule. I feel weak. I have nervous feelings all throughout my head and my being. I am so nervous right now, I swear it is stars I am seeing. I want to be perfect. I want to be correct. I want to be number one. I want to be right. I need to take my time. I need to relax. I want to have a calm evening tonight. I did not want to do homework when I had none from school extra needed to do. I do not want to study or work right now with any one of you. Stopping the children, the woman stated with a firm voice, I apologize if you thought right now to study. Either of you had a choice. Groaning and rolling their eyes back in their head, the two whined, Can I please just go to bed? Shaking their heads as the adults told Serafina and Marshall they could not. The frustration for asking the questions made the youths angry and hot. Marshall inquired, Why not just tell us instead of making us read? The man said it's easier to learn when one takes time for their individual brain to personally feed. The female said in addition, people learn easier when researching for themselves to learn. You could be halfway done by now. So much time has passed and been burned. Serafina stated, This is not fair. I want the answer now. The man said, Pick up a book, turn to the page, let your eyes read, all as your head slightly will bow. The kids picked up the books to look through the pages, quickly becoming entranced. The words and descriptions helped understanding before questions commenced. Pausing the kids' study briefly to tell both children, in addition to absorb and grasp, the only perfection is being perfectly imperfect, as this is the only time which will truly last. That is chapter 3.